Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. We're going to do our sort of daily what's for dinner because that is the dreaded question, isn't it? So we'll start with our mantra, which is, may the chef always respect you, the server never neglect you, your napkin forever protect you, and the desserts always be buy one get one free. So what we're going to do is the card on the left is going to be the food that you should avoid. That can be for any reason, indigestion, dieting, which I don't recommend. I think you should just eat healthy and in moderation. But okay, the food we are going to avoid. Let us see what the universe has for us today. So the food we're going to avoid at all costs is water. I don't know how I recommend that, but okay, the universe speaks. So, I mean, maybe watch our drinking water and make sure we're not, you know, don't buy bottled water. That's not good for the environment. Make sure you're using reusable, you know, glasses and hydro flasks and all this kind of, you know, reusable sort of. Okay, so we're going to start our meal with the mini tree, which is funny because my oldest son loved broccoli growing up. Absolutely loved it. And there we go. We have some condensed flavored soup, which again, not super recommended. It's very high in salt, although I know that there are other versions now. Other versions now that have it. And it's funny because there's a little bit of water in you know, well, I mean, we are water, right? We're made of like, I don't want to be like dumb and say how much, but we're made like of 90-something% water, I'm pretty sure. Okay, what are we going to build our meal with? Because broccoli and canned soup, we're avoiding what, I don't know, guys. I don't know how this meal's looking, so let's see if we can get some stuff added here. Okay, well, we're going to add some whipped cream to the broccoli, which might help it taste better. I don't know where this is going, guys. I really don't know where this is going. And tofu. And some tofu, because who doesn't need tofu with your canned soup and broccoli? This video is going really, really well. Are we allowed anything else with our tofu, broccoli, and condensed soup? Okay, good. Yay. Okay, so we can have a burrito, okay, guys? We're going to have a burrito, and we're going to keep it nice and light. And I think that's kind of the message that I'm getting. So maybe you don't want tofu or, you know, a mini tree of broccoli, and maybe you're not going to add whipped cream to it. But if we can sort of be a little bit more open-minded with it, let's call the burrito our main course, and maybe that's going to be vegetarian. Maybe today we're eating a little bit healthier, you know, grabbing a salad, grabbing something that is lighter on you, so a soup, just a very light meal today. Maybe yesterday was a big day, you know what I mean? So I think I'm going to go with the message that today is just going to be sort of a light eating day. So although those don't look like the most appealing things, I think that, you know, it's time to sometimes be a little bit healthier in the way that we approach things. And so again, I'm going to say, you know, the condensed soup with, you know, it does have a lot of salt in it. So maybe I wouldn't necessarily recommend, you know, going and buying a can of soup. However, with that being said, I do believe that, like I said, this is maybe more of a message of eating healthy today. So maybe making, you know, some vegetables, maybe a burrito, but maybe making it more of a, you know, vegetarian sort of option. I'm just going to see if we can get one more because why not? There you go. So you have some page of mains, which is basically the chicken nuggets and whatnot. So if you are not a vegetarian and you do, you know, I remember growing up, my dad always was like, you know, he needs to have meat. He is a man and he needs meat for manly things. So that's why I felt like I needed to add another option. But honestly, I think it's, again, it's a matter of being healthy, right? Like we want to eat and we want food to be working for us and not against us. And I'm somebody that has, you know, fluctuating weight. And I think it's all because of my relationship with food. You know, food is not just, you know, nutritious all the time. We live in a world where it is very entertaining and it is very, what's the word I'm looking for? it is easier to buy the junk food. It's cheaper, it's more accessible. It's, you know, food is not just something that we use for nutrition anymore. It's also something that we use to, you know, fill voids, and we pig out, and it's kind of constant, and it's not necessarily always healthy, and we don't always know where our food is coming from. And I personally believe that we really need to start living more within our communities when it comes to food. And what I mean by that is, you know, we, especially like I live in Ontario, and so I live in a very farming sort of community. I realize in moving to this area how important it is to really support our, you know, our own economies and our own communities, and to really know where that food is coming from. Now, I can't honestly say I've taken on a full-fledged, you know, healthy eating, but I think with this message, that's kind of what I'm getting, is it's time to maybe do that. You know, it's time to look at what we're eating and look at what we're putting in our bodies, and making sure that, you know, we're treating our bodies as the temples that they are. And it's something that I'm going to take a page out of today. And I hope that, aside from having a very weird mixed sort of, you know, group of foods, that the main message is to go a little healthier today. When I see the sort of chicken and fries and whatnot, I do think of the kids. And so I think that, you know, when it comes to soup and things like this, I think that there are good ways and bad ways to do these things. And it's always great to, you know, have a meal together, but sometimes different people have different tastes as well. And so maybe it's introducing vegetables and things that are a little bit different to our kids in a different way. You know, instead of having chicken and fries, what about tofu? And I know that sounds super weird. I don't even know if that's a thing, but I know tofu takes on the flavors of those, you know, those things that you sort of cook it with and around it and whatnot. But I think that that might be a fun way to introduce something completely new to the family. So yeah, I honestly, even though we put water in the avoid category, I'm going to say that it's not avoiding water. In fact, I'm going to encourage you to drink more water. I think what that's going to say for us is, let's watch how we're getting our water. Let's make sure that we're having, again, those clean resources. You know, it's something that we need to take into our own control. And it might be silly to think that, you know, oh, you know what, one person can cast a stone that ripples to everything else. And so yes, it does start with you, as corny as that may sound. And guys, that's what's for dinner tonight. I hope you have a great day. Namaste.